Welcome to Car Coach Reports. This is 4-Minute Friday, and I'm Lauren Fix for the week ending November 16th, 2018. And this is what's going on in your automotive world. Stay right with us. Let's put 4 minutes on the clock. A forced road diet. What is a road diet? The National Motorist Association tells us that the federal government has been forcing a road diet for years, and we probably didn't even know it, where there used to be 4 lanes, 2 and 2 going in each direction in a center turn lane. So what they would do is maybe convert that to a bike lane and reduce it down the center turn lane, which makes it more congested at times. The idea was to make the flow more for pedestrians, more for scooters, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and for bicyclists, and of course, make you forced to think about driving your car, and maybe you won't. Here are some things that they tell us are part of a road diet and what you're going to start seeing in your area, and I'm not a fan of it, and I bet you aren't either. One of those is a vertical deflective. Think of it as like a sleeping policeman or a bump in the road that slows you down. This is controlling the traffic. I think it slows everybody down. You're also finding speed limits being slowed down in big cities like New York City. Mayor de Blasio reduced the speed limit down because he felt that if someone got hit by a pedestrian, that the pedestrian have a better chance of surviving. That may or may not be true, but on the side of the motorist, the problem is it slows down traffic and causes more congestion. If you've ever been in a big city, like San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, you see they've slowed the speed limits down because they think it's safer for pedestrians, but what it does is it causes more congestion, and if you're an environmentalist, it probably causes more pollution. Another thing you might see is street closures. We initially started seeing that in Times Square, where Mayor Bloomberg had limited transportation through the middle of Times Square, which I can understand. It's very congested with people because it is a very famous location. But now there's only 1 lane going in each direction. So if you're ever in New York City and you're in a cab, tell them, please don't run me through Times Square. Find another way around it, because what it is it's very slow and it causes the meter to go up higher. But for you and I who are driving, whenever you see these roundabouts and a less roadway available and bigger center areas, it's because they're trying to control the traffic, which causes you to be in a road diet. Because in reality, in Alexandria, Virginia, they'd rather not let you have a car at all. They want you to take mass transportation, which may be fine. But if you have to go to Costco and get a gigantic toilet paper or whatever it is you buy at Costco, besides the chicken, which is good there, you'll find that it's very difficult to get things to where you need to be the way we want them. And yes, you can get things delivered today, but still having transportation and your own transportation, even millennials are starting to figure out that's a smart thing to do. Number 2, I found this great survey I had to tell you. We're all talking about autonomous cars and they're coming in the future. Well, I found this study. It's from the Annals of Tourism Research. They believe that people will have sex in their cars because it's autonomous and it will take you to where you want to go, and that it's going to lead to more prostitution and more people having sex in their vehicle. I had to share that with you. It was just too funny. Number 3, Ford has purchased an electric scooter company called Spin for $40 million. Now this is a car company that I'm a huge fan of, and I own a lot of Ford products, but I find it kind of odd that they eliminate all the cars, but now they want to buy into the scooter business. Okay, here's a couple things. If you've ever seen these scooters running around Los Angeles or in Chicago, or I was just in Austin, they ride on the sidewalks, which they're not supposed to do because people on the sidewalk, the pedestrians, can get injured. They're supposed to ride in the bike lanes. They don't want to ride in the bike lanes, and people that have the scooters aren't using helmets. So now you're in the bike lanes with cars and no helmets. Sounds like a bad recipe to me. And then if you're using it in the upper half of the country, how are we going to use those scooters in the snow? That's not going to work. Sort of like the bike share. You don't see them used very often when it's snowing outside. And by the way, in New York City, it's illegal right now to have an electric scooter because it's very dangerous when you're out there with cars and cabs and pedestrians. And these are things you need to think about. But $40 million for a scooter company? I don't know. I see them left wherever. To me, I don't think this is a big thing. I think it's going to be a fad. What do you think? And number 4, next week will be Black Friday. So we're going to have a special 4-Minute Friday. We're going to show you some cool automotive gifts that you can actually use, that you're not giving a gift that someone's like, why'd you buy me that tchotchke or that dust collector? We'll have a few things that'll be great for gift giving, and you might want a few of them yourself as well. Check out the description for more information and links. If you want to see our latest video, Click right here. If you want to see what YouTube suggests for you, check out right here. Of course, you can always subscribe. We love having you follow us. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.